Hi everyone, it's Liz Kozar with Park Bench Estes Park, and today I am really delighted to be at what I consider a great place in town. It's called Seasoned, an American Bistro, and I have the privilege of introducing to you the chef and owner, Rob Corey. Welcome, Rob.
Hi.
We're doing our best to social distance. We are 6 feet apart, and so we're just going to focus on you, our audience, and thanks for joining us today, Rob.
Absolutely.
So, I don't know a lot about you. I do know this place offers great food, but let's start a little bit about you. Tell us about
Sure.
how you came to be and what brought you to Estes.
Yeah, it's a long story. I've been doing this quite a few years. I started in this career path in 1974, so you have to do the math.
You don't look old enough for that, but
Yeah, I can feel it nowadays. Gets worse every year. But I've spent a career and a life working in restaurants and hotels and inns across the Western Hemisphere, and we came to Estes Park for the second time in 2016, and we had lived here in the 80s, and we loved Estes. It's always been a place in our hearts, and we hear that all the time from people who have traveled here with their families over the years, and we decided to come back up here because we felt it was important to be in the mountains and enjoy this beautiful town in the valley. And we came for a different reason, and it didn't work out. But it led to the opportunity to come into this space here at 205 Park Lane, and it was just an amazing, fortuitous moment when we walked in and saw this space. It was formerly Mooncat's Tea House, and who were doing a great business, and they had some things happen, and they wanted to get out, and we got in. The building itself dates back to 1915. It was built by Stella Miller, who we've named our second restaurant after, Stella's Place. And the ownership group of the building has adorned this in just an amazing way. It's beautiful. It's got tons of wood and copper ceilings, and we fell in love with it. So when we first were here, I knew I wanted to open another restaurant. This is the 25th restaurant I've opened.
Wow.
24 for other people.
So this is not new to you.
Opening restaurants?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
No, I did a lot of traveling and did a lot for companies, and that's all in the past. But this was number 25. Stella's is number 26, and I think I have one more in me after that. So we'll see. But we literally sat in this space and wondered what it should be, and it has, to me, Bistro written all over it. So I asked the space to tell me what it should be.
What you do?
So a bistro is a comfortable environment, a bustling place that serves comforting food, good portions. And so that's loosely what I do, but I wanted it to be a celebration of America, and America being the end result of a lot of different cultures that have come to this land. And it's not just North America, but it's South America, Middle America, etc. So I draw from all those New World flavor profiles, and I steal from other countries too once in a while. And we have a very small menu because it's a very small place, a small kitchen. I love the fact that it is small because I can offer good food in a small sense versus having a very large menu and not being able to control it all because it's me and somebody else in the kitchen. Well, now we have 2 other people in the kitchen, so we have 3.
Wow.
But we do a lot. We do everything from scratch, so we make our own desserts, our own ice creams, 5 or 6 entrees on the menu, and 6 or 7 maybe small plates and some snacks. So, quickly, that's kind of what Seasoned is all about. But really, what Seasoned is the totality of the people that have worked for us and are working for us. So we're in our 4th year. June 22nd, we'll be 4 years old. Mm-hmm. And we've had people that have come to us through our relationships, through friends. You put an ad in the paper once in a while, but the family that we've built is truly the greatest success that we've had here. We have eight employees, and we eat family meal together at 4:30 before service every night. We talk about food, and we talk about the wine service, and we taste wine and all, and we do our thing. But without those people that are really, really important to us, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. And I'm the chef and owner, but my wife and I own Seasoned, and I have to know how to do everything, but I can't do everything. So I do rely on people being strong and people being passionate and people loving to work here, and I think they do.
Well, and just in talking to you, I can feel the passion and the appreciation that you have for people. I think that's pretty unique.
Yeah.
And I think coming into the restaurant, you feel that because it's not just about the food, it's the experience.
So the experience is threefold, and I agree, 100%. It has to be ambiance. You walk in, and at night, it doesn't show it now because it's daytime, but at night the wood is glowing. Once again, it comes back to the ownership group of who owns the building. It's what they've done with it, and we've just cleaned it up. It has to be clean, so it shines at night. And service is what we do to people, but we try to provide hospitality. We try to make people feel special. So we put their name on the menu when they have a birthday or an anniversary or a special occasion. It's going to say "Happy Birthday, Liz," on your menu, and you see that. And they, we do it all the time. So for us, it's a thing we always do. But when someone reads that, this is special for me.
Absolutely.
And they get chocolate truffles at the end of the night if they're celebrating something, and we splash everyone with champagne, so they get, as soon as you come in, we're gonna make sure that you are legal, and then we're gonna splash you. So it's a bit of champagne, a bit of sparkling wine, excuse me, and you see people out here and they're toasting people. They just got here. Maybe they drove from Denver, or maybe they've driven from Florida, or maybe they've flown from who knows where.
Right.
But when you get here, you finally here, and now they're clinking glasses. It's just an amazing thing to see when I'm coming out here and seeing that. When it gets people in this festive mood. So we have a party every night. We throw a party every single night, and it's always the same, yet it's always different. So, and we love doing that. So.
Well, I think anybody
cool.
who hears you speak, you can feel the passion, which I think makes a difference. And I know we want to focus on the good things, but we're in a tough time right now with COVID, and what do you want to speak to that? What kind of, we probably know the challenges,
Yeah,
but what are your thoughts?
So it's the beginning of April, so 56 weeks ago or so, maybe 54 weeks ago, we were told to close. And I don't care which side of the aisle you might be on that, whether it's right or wrong, it happened. And from the get-go, it's like, okay, what do we do now? We change who we are. We are casual fine dining, so the food that I generally do doesn't work putting it in a box. So we went to, fried chicken. We have some great recipes for very comforting food. So we changed who we were, and we did it to go for such a long time.
Like most places would stick to their menu. You actually cater to, wait a minute, our food may not work well, so.
Yeah, I mean, if you could walk right into to go from your menu, that's awesome.
Right.
It just didn't work for us, and
Right.
I'm not saying that we do anything better or worse than anybody. It's just this is what we do. That's all.
Right.
So, but we had a great time, and I'll tell you, I'm kind of glad. This is going to sound weird. I'm kind of glad that it happened because much of what we designed and developed in those menus when we were closed, we're doing in Stella's now. So Stella.
So let's talk a little bit. I mean, that's a good segue. So Stella's, maybe we'll do another interview, but let's talk a little bit about Stella's.
So Stella's Place, and I said it briefly earlier, is named after Stella Miller. Stella Miller got here 2 days after the sinking of the Titanic, and she joined up with her brother and her sister, who owned the space, which is Stella's right now. The inn wasn't here, and she bought them out. They had a business called the Dutch Kitchen, and she built the Prospect Inn, which is the big building, in 1915. So Stella was a single lady from Pennsylvania in the early part of the last century, and she must have been a pretty strong-willed woman to do this. So she builds this place that was billed literally as the place to stay in Estes Park. So hence we've called it Stella's Place in honor of her. And Stella's it's a counter service. You find a seat, get a menu, then find a seat, and walk up, and you're going to order soup, salad, sandwiches, small plates, picnics to go, beer, wine, cocktails, sit on the patio, sit in front of one of the fire pits, enjoy life. Simple, fun, good food. I think we have a fun opportunity for travelers and townsfolk alike.
Right.
I love the fact that we have the adjoining space. There's French doors between Seasoned and Stella's, and we're two different businesses, but we all work both businesses. We have people that work in the morning at Stella's and come over here at night, and again, that's just a testimony to them, right? Testament of them, whatever,
yeah.
to stay with us, and we love them, and so you might get waited on by someone over here, and the next day they're cooking your food over at Stella's. So
well, it is. It's like eating at someone's family home, right?
It's such a family thing, Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
It is good. I love that.
I love hearing that. So, tell me what. I mean, there's a lot of things, but what do you love best about Estes? Why Estes?
Oh, Estes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the air is pretty darn clean up here, and I like the fact that it's a small town. I like seeing people I know in a store. Of course, I haven't been in a store in such a long time. And I go to the grocery store.
Well, plus you don't recognize us anyway because we're all like this. So
I saw somebody and I recognized them. She goes, "Did you recognize my eyes?" I'm like, "Yeah, I think I lucked out." But okay, Estes Park. It's obviously small. It's quaint. It's beautiful. It has great vistas. It has a warm place in my heart. My family would come here. My mother loved Estes Park. We used to visit the Scandinavian house that was right there, and she's Swedish, and there used to be a big Swedish horse out there. Little did I know that 25 years later, I'm going to own the business. It's right next door to that. So that has.
It's like all of us.
There's so many great stories. I hear it time and time again about people that came here in the 50s or the 30s. They came to Chile Ranch, Chile,
The camp, yeah.
and to camp. I'm sorry, and now they come with their kids. That to me breeds a lot of longevity and history and camaraderie and family, and so that's kind of what it means to me.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of time to necessarily play outdoors anymore because we're busy, but it's just a great place to be. You don't have to do anything, just be here.
Knowing that you have it all around.
Yeah, and so we're looking out here now. It's gorgeous. So.
It is gorgeous.
And I love the fact that we have a place where people can enjoy that, and we're a part of their experiences. So we're built in our nature somehow, in our DNA, to serve and to treat people well and cook for people. That's what we do, and this is a great place to do it because there's millions of people coming into town, and that certainly has helped us in this pandemic environment that we have. We're in a tourist area.
Right, absolutely.
It did not hurt, believe me.
Well,
and this year, 2021, I think is going to be pretty amazing. But I'm ready for it.
You're ready.
I'm ready.
It looks like you're ready.
I'm ready.
Anything that you want to cover
What do we want to talk
that
about?
we haven't? I mean, you've got a great Sunday brunch. We know that you switch up the menu.
I love Sunday brunch. Truly love that day because I think that brunch is like the best meal to go out and eat anyway. What we do at night here in Seasoned is I try to do different things all the time because again the menu's small, so if you come regularly you want to have something different, and it allows me to play. Again, I've been cooking for whatever that is, 47 years, so I have a lot of things I still want to do and still want to create and play and I want to make things different for people and exciting and fun. My wife and I own the business. My daughter helps me out with advertising and marketing. My son's our sommelier and our front of the house manager. So, we work together, which has its struggles and also has its
benefits.
Said that first, but it has its benefits. Believe me.
Of course.
And again, it comes down to the people. So we're like everybody else. We're just people trying to do things well.
And you obviously take a lot of personal pride. Your family's kind of the forefront of it, so that's huge. It's like eating in your own personal kitchen.
Oh, I love when they all come and eat. It's just I have to cook. It's like a holiday every day.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Rob, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Hey, we'll do this.
Yeah, that's the new one. Seasoned, an American Bistro, and Stella's. Look on the page for additional information. Definitely recommend that you come out, whether it be an evening. So reservations recommended, highly.
Reservations are recommended, absolutely. In the summertime, you can go online on Resi and create your own reservation, or you can call us, leave a message.
Okay.
But that helps.
And we'll be sure to have a link on this page as well.
Ooh, nice.
It was a pleasure. Hey, and if you know someone, a small business owner or someone who might want to join our Park Bench page, don't hesitate to reach out. I'll be sure you get my contact information as well. Rob, thanks again.
Thanks. It's great.
Bye, everyone.